So never in a million years did I ever think that I would be making a video on crochet hairstyles. I think crochet hairstyles always look pretty unnatural, so I've never tried them. But let me tell you, when done right, crochet hairstyles are so fast, and they can also be used as a protective style. So I'm going to be showing you guys 2 hairstyles today. This is going to be a 2-for-1 video. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I think it's only right that I do a 2-for-1. So the first hairstyle that I did was this big beautiful afro, and it looked so natural. I loved it. Like, people were thinking that it was my hair, honestly. I got so many compliments on it. And then obviously the second hairstyle is going to be this ponytail that I did, this blunt cut curly ponytail, and I used the crochet method to apply the hair onto my hair. So if you're interested in either one of those styles, then stick around. We're gonna have a good time. So first things first, let's talk about the hair that I used for this style. I used the twisted up Expressions spring twist hair. Now they have 2 different types of hair. They have the one that's the tight curl, and then they have the loose curl. This is the one, we all know what this hair is. Usually you would use this for like faux locks or passion twist. You can use it for, I'm sorry, this one is used for faux locks. And then they have the one that has the more loose curl, and that's the one I use for this ponytail. So for the first hairstyle, this big beautiful afro, let me tell y'all something. First of all, I felt like a queen in this hair. This hair, when you're ready to make a statement and you know you're more comfortable with wearing like natural hair out, I feel like you definitely have to have a certain personality for this hair, because it's going to draw a lot of attention. And yes, so if you're more reserved, maybe go for the ponytail. But if you want to make a statement, you want to do something big, you know, Beyonce, then go for this style. Let me tell you, my hair blended with this hair perfectly, and it was so easy. I think that that's obviously one of the benefits of using a curly or kinky hair. Your hair is just going to blend so much better. It's going to be so much of a more natural transition from your natural hair to the weave. So that is such a great benefit of actually wearing kinky or curly weave instead of straight weave. So the first thing you're going to want to do with this hairstyle is section out your leave out. That's going to be depending on what you plan on doing for your hair. However you plan to style your hair, you want to make sure that where it's pulled back, there is some of your hair left out so that you can blend it better. So I did the traditional, just, you know, do a little U here, leave that out, so that when I put my hair down, I can just brush my hair over, put a little product, and then boom, we're good. I also did some of my edges to make it a little bit more natural, so that if the hair blew back, you would be seeing my hair. I wore this pretty much down the entire time. I wasn't doing any kind of ponytails or anything, but if you did want to do some ponytails, you can also leave out the hair in the appropriate areas so that you can do that. So once you have your leave out sectioned out, what I did was, instead of doing cornrows, I just twisted up my leave out. That way it was just easier to distinguish the leave out from my just regular braids, and I wouldn't forget to take it down and crochet some hair on top of it. So I just twisted up my leave out, and then I proceeded to put those 4 cornrows in my hair. Now you want to make sure that you have one cornrow going straight down the middle. So I should have done 5, but I only did 4. Reason being is it's a little bit more hard to cover up that space when in the middle of your head, when you have those cornrows kind of far apart, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure you have that cornrow going straight down the middle. That way that part is covered up, because it did get a little challenging for me to cover it up. You don't have to worry about doing this hair really doing this in small sections. You can do pretty big sections. This style took me maybe an hour from start to finish. So I took large portions of hair and latched them on, and I'm going to be showing you guys obviously how I latch the hair on. Now you can do double loops, but I didn't find that necessary. I did it around one time and I didn't have any problems with this hair coming out or loosening up at all. So if you just want to do one loop, you're good. It's not going to loosen up on you or anything like that. You just want to make sure that your braids are tight enough to hold the hair in place. Now, when I got to the top of my hair where my leave out was, I did do smaller sections because I wanted that part to be a little bit more flat. You'll notice that if you put like an entire section of this hair at a time, it is a little bit bumpy, but you don't have to worry about that in the spaces where the hair is not laying down. The only part I had laying down was this little part where I had my leave out. So I did the area around that just to look like a little bit smaller so that it could lay down flat when I put my leave out, when I did my leave out. Now, when it comes to my leave out, in order to blend my leave out, I use two products that you may recognize. One being my Kelly Logan braid and lock gel. This braid and lock gel is very special to me, obviously, because it's my very own. So if you haven't tried any of my products, I just want to give you a brief overview. I do make all of my products with my two lovely hands. All of my formulas are by me. Everything is monitored by me. Everything is made by me. So I know exactly what I want my hair to look like and how I want my products to perform. So that's why I think it's very special that I make all of my products on my own. So I use my braid and lock gel, which is more of like a wax. This is going to mold your hair, okay? So when you're working with a slick back style, you want to mold it and you want to hold it. This first step with the braid and lock gel is to mold it. Now, I know it's called braid and lock gel, but I use it for slick back styles. It's very good for that because when you use it for braids and locks, you're using it to mold your roots so that your roots are nice and flat and your style looks neater. But I use this also for when I'm molding my hair, when I want to achieve a very, nice, neat ponytail. So that's my first step. That's the mold step. And then my second step is to hold it, okay? And that's why I use my Max Hold Styling Jelly, also a part of my Kelly Logan line of hair products. And if you're interested in any of my products, you can get them at www.kellyloganhair.com. Just like the braid and lock gel, I make this, going the wrong way. I make my Max Hold Styling Jelly with my own two hands, peanut butter and jelly. Those are my hands. That's their names, if you're wondering. Peanut butter and jelly. I make them with those two. So this gel is going to hold you down. You're not going to have to worry about your style coming out of place. Obviously, you'll have to touch it up probably in the morning. But it gives you a nice, healthy hold. It's going to keep your hair in place without drying it up so much that it's like breaking your hair off. So yeah, that is my shameless plug of my products. If you guys support me or if you've ever got my products, I definitely appreciate you so much. You guys make it possible for me to stay at home and make these videos for you. So give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand because you are doing a good thing. So yeah, so these two products are what I use to do to blend my leave out. So that was it, honestly. Once I was done, I just shaped up the fro and cut it to my liking. You can cut it exactly how you want. I went for more of a blunt cut, but you can honestly do like the kind of the shorter pieces at the top and give it that like heart shape. That would be really cute. Do whatever you like. The world is your oyster. This is your hairstyle. Do what you like. All right, so we're moving on to this ponytail. Pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. The only part that you are probably interested in is how I actually got the ponytail to my hair. So obviously I did, a generic ponytail, put my hair up in a ponytail, slicked it back. I started on washed and blow dry hair. washed and conditioned and blow dried hair. Also, products that you can get from my website. I have my shampoo and conditioner. It is the conditioning honey and oat protein shampoo and conditioner. So make sure you grab those while you're grabbing these products. But again, I use a good healthy portion of my braid and lock gel to slick down my hair. When you blow dry your hair, you want to make sure you get it as straight as possible so that your life is a lot easier when you go to put your hair in a ponytail. Now, once I got my hair in a ponytail, I am just a person, I can never get my hair too straight. That's actually a good sign that your hair is healthy. When it springs back really easily, that's a sign that your curl pattern is intact and that outer layer of your hair is intact. So what I did in order to work around that was I did 4 small braids. I broke it up, combed it out, put a little bit of the braid and lock gel to help to stretch it out. And I just put 4 braids, and then I took some rubber bands and I took some rubber bands and I just combined all of the braids into one. Now, when it was time to add the hair to the braid, like I said, I used the Twisted Up Passion Twist hair, and it is the looser curl. So all I did was start from the bottom and crochet the hair onto the braid. So you start from the tip of the braid and you just crochet the hair onto the braid. Now, once you get to the top, you're gonna want to, you're gonna want to put a good healthy amount. Try to get as much hair as you can on the top because you want it to kind of fan out. You don't want this part at the top to look thin. So get as much hair as you can up there, or get it to your liking, whatever you like. But I kind of wanted that part to look kind of thick at the top. So I put more on the top part than I did on the tips. But you crochet starting at the tip of your braid, and then you just work your way up. So when I was done, y'all, I was fighting between, do I want to cut this hair or do I want to leave it long? I was so nervous about cutting it, honestly, because I felt like it wasn't going to look right because this top part wasn't as thick as I wanted it to be. But I couldn't fit any more hair up there. So I was just like, I don't know what to do. So I cut it off camera. It was, a long ponytail when I started, and I just gave it that blunt cut. Just straight across, literally just straight across. But I wanted to make sure that it looked nice. I was so nervous about that part that I just did it off camera. So once I was done, adding the ponytail, initially I just used some of the hair, this same hair, and did the little band. I have a very thin band, if you can't see right there. And I just wrapped the hair around and did a thin band. However, I figured since I had some braiding hair and it was already straight, that it might make the band look a little bit thicker. So I actually went back in and just wrapped this hair around. And y'all, I don't even have a bobby pin or anything on there. I just wrapped it around nice and tight and just left it on there on a prayer. But I need to go get some bobby pins. I don't have any right now, so I just left it on there, literally just wrapped it around and was done with it. So last but not least, can't forget the baby hairs. Obviously, I used my Kelly Logan Effortless Edges Edge Control, which you can also get at the website. So make sure you shop right after you watch this video and like and subscribe, okay? So I used my Effortless Edges Edge Control and I just went in and swooped. So when I first did my baby hairs, I did too many swoops and I didn't like it. For this ponytail, I just feel like it looked better for me to have bigger, just fewer swoops and more dramatic. So this is how my baby hairs actually ended up looking. I went for the big full swoops. So yeah, I mean, just do what you like. If you don't like your baby hair laying on your face, then just swoop your hair back and, do it how you like it. This is all about you. So play around with it and do exactly what you like. Other than that, that was pretty much it. And this style took very little time. I was not stressed out about doing it because I've been doing so many braids, and that's such a long process that I was just like, oh my God, I want a protective style that doesn't take forever and is not braids. Like, I wanted to do something different. So yeah, I gave you guys two options here. And this style right here, this ponytail, is really trending. Like, I think this is a good way to do it without using bond, because generally if you go to a hairstylist, they're going to use hair that's on a track, and they're going to glue the hair around your braid instead of crocheting it on. So this is a nice healthy option to keep your hair healthy and not breaking off. Like bond, quick weave bond, I did that at a point in time, and I regretted it so badly because it's literally glue. You're putting glue on your hair. So this is a nice alternative. If you try it, make sure you come back to this video. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Kelly Logan Hair. But other than that, guys, you know what to do. If you want to find me, I'm sure you'll know how to find me. But don't forget, if you do want to see videos in the future, just to do your thing below, okay? But until next time, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I'm about to go watch the fights. It is fight night, UFC. Woo, woo, woo. So I'm about to go watch the fights. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.